I said you better watch what you're doing, cause I ain't gonna stop when I'm moving. I'm headed to the top, I'ma do it. I'm headed to the top, I'ma prove it. And I could go all night, I'm sick of being nothing. All right, I'm gonna be something. I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I bleed with every word coming. I would rather die than be someone who's nothing. I'm the type of dude who will not remain nameless. I'm the type of dude who is headed for greatness. I'm the type of dude who could really make changes, cause I'm the type of dude that's becoming contagious. I'm the type of dude that will always be ageless. I'm the type of dude that will always feel shameless. I'm the type of dude that they say is fucking heinous, cause I'm the type of dude that you know is fucking dangerous.
You are absolutely right. The way he went about it was absolutely wrong. Like, so, like I said, I'm not
of my Jewish hatred that actually goes. Other than the fact that why are y'all popping out of the sewers in New York City?
Annunciation Catholic Church. You couldn't have called it pronounced Catholic Church?
Yeah, pronounce the Catholic.
The House just voted to remove a Democrat from a major committee. Ilhan Omar was removed from the House Foreign Affairs Committee by a party line vote of 218 to 211 due to tweets. Omar tweeted years ago that GOP support for Israel is fueled by funds from pro-Israel groups. Omar publicly apologized for those tweets in 2019. Democrats claim Omar's removal is revenge for their vote to remove Republicans Marjorie Taylor Greene and Paul Gosar from committee assignments for tweets inciting violence against Democratic lawmakers in 2021. Omar, one of the few Muslim congresswomen and the only African-born member of Congress, was expected to chair the Foreign Affairs Committee's Africa Subcommittee. What do you think?
Wait, so this bitch married a brother, engaged in fraud, was literally saying she was a Somali agent within our government, has now been removed from the Foreign Affairs Committee because of tweets, and Democrats are just like, you know, this is because we did it first. Like, what the fuck? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing tonight?
They're dumb. Hi, everybody.
Like,
welcome in.
They never stop, dude. They'll never stop fucking trying to lose. They'll just, oh my god, it's just revenge because we did it to you guys first, and like,
but I'll tell you this right now. With one swoop of a Venezuelan president, all of a sudden everybody forgot about the fucking infighting and the fucking everybody committed a hard right turn. No more Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. Who is going on right now? Nobody's talking about it right now. The left is fighting with themselves about it. I saw a video today of two leftist tards. One looked like buckwheat. The other one looked like fucking Eminem from 8 Mile. Buckwheat lady was white though. And they were arguing about speaking on black women's rights and who has the moral authority to be able to speak on Venezuelans' rights more, because they were right about something.
The fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. Trying to keep up, and all it was you're more racist because you're white. You're more racist because you look like a pedo. You're more racist because you talk to black women bad. You're more racist because you said bad things about Jasmine Crockett and you try to hold black women down. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, thank God. Let them just argue with each other. Let's focus on what we're doing here and just keep it going, because now all of a sudden they're fighting with Venezuelans.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden the libs have decided the Venezuelans. I mean, if this doesn't show you how much shit is being pushed down people's throats and how much people are fucking sheep, you'll never. I say it a lot, but this is got to be the icing on the cake. How do you not see it? Deluxe with the dono. Hello, everybody. Has anyone else been following Cam and Somali daycare fraud in my state of Washington? Let me tell you, Deluxe, there's been a lot going on.
Okay, so apparently we needed to put an eye on Washington, but
Oh, dude,
I
it's
haven't heard
everywhere.
about Washington in a minute. But I will say this though: our first segment on this, we'll say hi to everybody in a minute. Our first segment on this for the Maduro thing. Swear to God, I even got proof. I sent it to Davey. YouTube wrote it for us. I literally started up YouTube under the off-label account, and under breaking news, the first 4 things that popped up were the first 4 clips we're going to show you. It's amazing how fucking stupid the media. It's either that or YouTube doesn't know what to do with us.
I think it's YouTube has no idea. YouTube's like, are these guys? I mean, they are pretty right, but they're also right.
We gotta get to that in a minute. But we got Ken in the house. What's up, Ken? Ain't seen you in a minute. Oh, sorry, that's my wife. We got Muffin in there. We got Jennifer on that side as well. I can't stand the name change. Can we bring it back to what the fuck we had before? Anyway, let's go to the Rumble side. Rumble's popping off. I love Rumble. Y'all are awesome. But we got Cassandra Rumble in the house. Jennifer's on that side. Rick Donner's there. Let's see. We got Deluxe with that. Thank you for the donut there. We also got Greg Ohio with us. Grandma's boy pod. Yeah, that words. And of course, Davey's in the chat. We got MC in there because that was a big thing about his name beforehand. I don't even know. I'm just going to call you MC.
Shulinsky. Or just the poll.
Jonathan's over here as well with us. And how y'all doing today? But yeah.
And Davy Gorb.
Dude.
Miss Davy Gorb.
No, I got to bring it up.
Quiet Park Chris.
Let's see. Where is the actual picture I sent? I took a little screenshot of it. Here it is. Here it is. Come on. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, the name change on YouTube is fucking garbage. Oh, no. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to all of you wonderful people in the chat on Rumble. We are now Rumble creators.
Yes. Yes, we are.
So, please, with that in mind, just give us a like and a follow if you're not, because they expect us to do things so that way, you know, they know that you like us, and they know, and so they know to keep us around.
Well, that plus the fact we also do have like an idea. You know how ads are supposed to pay then for shit, right? For everybody. Look, check this out. We're just gonna make videos for it, and it's gonna separate the different news stories that we have to talk about, so there's no awkward trying to transition in between. We just hit that and run a little 30-second ad and then roll off. Yeah. Fuck it. All right. Bear with us. We have to do it. All right. We have to get some kind of money rolling in with this shit.
Yeah, because I'm gonna lose my job soon.
But I will say this. Let me go to this right here. I still got to do this with my mouse here, so I still have yet to control or connect everything again, get everything working 100%. But this was the screenshot that I sent Davey. I'm serious. It was breaking news. U.S. on Venezuela. Reactions to the capture of Venezuelan president. Okay. Let's hit this up for a little bit. It's 13 minutes long. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, but
Nicolas Maduro had multiple opportunities to avoid this. He was provided multiple very, very, very generous offers and chose instead to act like a wild man.
We're going to run it, essentially, until such time as a proper transition can take place.
What does he mean by that? Well, I don't know what he means. What kind of control will he have? How will he have control? Where are the people?
Why is it?
Who are going to control that? I think.
Do you see what I'm seeing with this?
No,
we're all in the same position, waiting to find out what the truth is.
Oh, he's speaking. It's a translation.
Okay, cool.
It was translation. That's why.
I thought maybe something was fucked up on my end, and I'm like, well, no, that.
Yeah, it was a 70s Japanese
in Venezuela,
movie.
The United States topples President Nicolas Maduro in an overnight raid.
I was just listening to the voice when I didn't see that part in the video when I was doing this because I was just listening to it.
Trump's plan to stay, plus what's next for the deposed Venezuelan president and the people of Venezuela. Fox 26 News at 10 starts now. Good evening and thank you for being here for Fox 26 News at 10. I'm Vanya Romero. We start our newscast with a live look of New York.
Why? Pause it for a sec. Why do they do this? This is what I hate about the news. It's a Spanish-related story, so Dania Romero gets this story. Yeah. Can it just anybody? Because I gotta find it. There was a Saturday Night Live skit with Jimmy Smits on it where they did that. They were a news, once again, predictive programming. It was Jimmy Smits went into a newsroom and they're going, "Are you from Venezuela?" or "Are you from Nicaragua?" And it's like, oh my God. And that's every fucking time I hear a white person trying to be Spanish, I want to murder my ears. My mom does it. Like, my mom was born here, and my mom does that. She goes, and we are Puerto Riqueño. And I'm like, bro, can you just say Puerto Ricans?
Please.
We are Boricua.
Please.
We're Boricuas, okay? It's fine, ma. I get it. I know where we're from.
Look, you can roll your R's. Great. Cool. Can we move on?
We don't put them in words. We can roll them, no. We take them out of the English language, but if you mispronounce our language, like perra, we will correct you. And if you go perra, and we go, no, it's perra. And then you go, oh, perra. No, perra. And then we go to the stairs, and we drink some water. It's plain and simple.
Wait, what did the stairs have to do with that?
Stairs.
That's
we
Jersey.
Say stairs. Yeah, but there's no R's in the way we say stairs.
Y'all are fucking.
But if you
ever.
But if you mispronounce a dog in Spanish, which is perra, which is a bitch, we'll correct you. Let you know.
Either way, still.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
I just love how you just had to come apart for no reason about that, though.
Because it annoys the fuck out of me. They're doing a story in the ghetto. Who do they send?
I have no idea, other than the fact
not
that
a guy that looks like Tom Cotton.
No,
they send fucking Deshaun Marbury into the middle of the ghetto. The guy's got cornrows doing the news. Like, we know what you're doing. And the same thing with this girl.
Grandma was fucking was Mexican. So she just grew up to do this, and they're just like, you look Mexican. Go ahead.
Water. Yeah, water, muffin. I say what? Nachos, fajitas, tamales, tacos, y burritos. Burritos!
I have no idea where the hell you were going and why you had to come apart about that till I just looked at her, and I was like, oh, yeah. Get it. No, she's white as shit. She's whiter than me. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guarantee you she pronounces her R's in Venezuela.
Oh yeah, that pretentious shit.
Yeah,
yes, that is a bit much. What up, Grego? How you doing?
Maduro and his wife Celia Flores landed this afternoon. President Trump announced the United States has carried out large-scale strikes on the ground in Venezuela before capturing Maduro. While the attack itself was not totally surprising, what President Trump says will happen next has stunned people across the globe, as Christine Frizzell reports.
A series of explosions in the middle of the night, followed by the capture of Venezuelan
Read deluxe.
Rolling your R's sounds like a misfired kickback on a two-stroke 250 dirt bike. Well, very good.
Leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores.
This operation, known as Operation Absolute Resolve, was discreet, precise, and conducted during the darkest hours of January 2nd and was the culmination of months of planning and rehearsal.
President Trump sharing this photo of Maduro on board the USS Iwo Jima en route to New York, where he'll face multiple charges outlined in this indictment, including narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, and possession of machine guns and destructive devices.
He is a fugitive of American justice. You have a guy who decides he's going to invite Iran into his country, is going to, do the confiscation of American oil companies, is going to flood our country with gang members.
Perhaps most shocking to the world, this announcement by the president.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
President Trump suggesting Secretary of State Rubio and Defense.
I will say this. Us running the country does give us control of the oil, yes.
Here's the thing, another thing that people are upset. Haven't we kept going, even with Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan? After a while, people went, we weren't there for the weapons of mass destruction. We're there for the oil.
Right.
Why are we taking it at all? Like, why? We conquered them. We came. We conquered. Why are we allowing them to continue to do their own thing? Aren't we supposed to? And then now that we're actually doing it, people are up in arms.
Yeah, but it's also the whole fact of Venezuela is in line with the BRICS nations. Venezuela supplies a lot of oil to BRICS nations.
Yeah.
You just took a major fucking component off the board for them.
Huge.
I'd rather have that in our back pocket than in theirs. As sleazy as that fucking sounds, I'm sorry. I'd rather have the oil supply in our back pocket than in theirs. It makes no sense as to why you wouldn't.
Well, and Chris makes that point. It's not really about taking their oil.
What up?
It's about making sure that China and Russia don't get the oil. That's the big part of this.
Right.
That's the giant part of it. It's not like, it's going to take us more money, I think they said, to actually refine this oil because it's dirty oil, as they call it in the industry.
Yes, but there's a lot of it, and it can be done at a cheaper price.
Apparently, the mineral resources, they have more minerals than Africa, like almost twice as many minerals as Africa. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, or as Trump previously said, of the Middle East stuff. We went there, did all the fighting, and didn't leave with any of the oil. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So now we are doing what, we're supposed to do. But like I said, it's mainly about keeping the oil and shit away from Russia and China and taking money away from BRICS, because that's what what was the doctorate that they said, what they used to go in there?
The doctrine?
What was the doctrine that they...
The Monroe Doctrine or something?
Yeah, the Monroe Doctrine.
Yeah.
About, I got some on that, I think, later. But yeah, part of the Monroe Doctrine. But, people are losing their fucking minds. And like I said, it's great. Well, it's great to watch these motherfuckers lose their mind.
It is great to watch it happen. But it's just disturbing as fuck to see what it has become now. Because, let's just finish a little bit more of this. Hold on.
And Secretary Hegseth will help, working with a group inside Venezuela, making clear the transition involves oil.
We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago. A lot of money is coming out of the ground. We're going to get reimbursed for all of that. We have to be surrounded by safe, secure countries. And we also have to have energy, very important.
Democrats slamming the announcement.
This is insane. What the hell are we doing? I mean, we've got a lot of problems in America today.
Who the hell is this?
California queer? I don't know.
He looks like a fucking knockoff of Rob Riggle.
He does. Cusco's want some carrots. Is that okay?
Jesus Christ. Like, are we cloning motherfuckers now? What is happening?
Cusco just wants to take a nap.
Invading, occupying, running Venezuela does not solve
Peter, I
anything.
don't think this is going to go
Trump
very
and his
well.
team made clear they did not notify members of Congress before the attack. They say out of fear of leaks that could have endangered the mission.
That's a
Democrats-
homo if I did see one.
Hold on. They didn't tell Congress they were going to do this in fear Congress would leak. You know, like Raskin did. You know, like there's so many others. Maxine Waters was involved in that. There was a whole bunch of Democrats involved in that. There was like 13 of them in total. For Democrats and Republicans, 13 in total that were involved in leaking information to the press. Yeah. I don't blame them for not doing that. As fucked up as it sounds, you can't trust your own fucking government to get shit done with this. So,
meanwhile, are warning the operation sets a precedent that could make it more justifiable for countries like Russia and China to oust leaders of countries they dislike. I'm Christine Frizzau reporting.
okay, we got that. But check this out. Look, I'm going to go back to the photo and I'm going to show you. Venezuelans rejoice. Celebrations around the world after U.S. captures Maduro. It's right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Venezuela. ¿Listo? Venezuela. Al fin, señor, gracias. Gracias, amigo.
They seem pretty happy, right?
Por fin, 26 años.
Well, hell, maybe this was a good thing then. Look at them, they're happy.
Okay.
Y este personaje.
This is in fucking Chile. This can't be a bad thing then, right? Okay. Cool. Back to the photo from USA Today. What comes next for Venezuela after capture of President Maduro? Where is that one? Right here. Listen to this.
More than a day after President Donald Trump said that the United States bombed Venezuela and then captured its leader, Nicolas Maduro, and extradited him to the United States, there are many questions about what happens next in Venezuela. Since then, the Supreme Court has said that Delcy Rodriguez, who was Maduro's number 2, is now the interim president of the country. But much of the Maduro regime remains in power, from the Attorney General to the Defense Minister. That has led to questions about what it is that President Trump and the administration mean when they say that the United States is going to run Venezuela. Rodriguez, in one of her first acts as interim president, showed defiance against President Donald Trump, while at the same time saying that she was open to dialogue with the United States. President Trump saying in his news conference that Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, had been in contact with Rodriguez and that the United States thought that she would do
we got that,
what
Jennifer.
is necessary to make Venezuela great again. But Marco Rubio saying today that they expect that there will be a period of transition and that there will then be real elections in Venezuela. However,
Yeah, if you got the one from Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
the United States has not backed the person that it says won the 2024 election against Maduro, Edmundo Gonzalez, or the opposition leader, Maria Corina Machado, who was the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize.
She looks like one of those little puppet dolls from Blair Witch. Like, what the fuck?
Prize winner as the leaders of
She looks a lot better. They did that shit on purpose. They did that shit on purpose. They Joe Rogan the fuck out of that lady. Because that lady don't look that bad.
I don't know. This
She
comes
don't.
from
I saw-
USA Today, though. Well, they could have. They've done some shadier shit.
Yeah, you really trust any news organization? I don't even trust Fox News.
I mean, USA Today did have to delete 23 news articles because they fired one of their writers because the writer was making up sources. So yeah, there's that.
Elections be held? Marco Rubio saying on the Sunday shows that it will take more than 15 hours for the United States to figure out the answer to all of these questions.
I don't understand why you had to do news reporting from a rooftop like that. But check this out. Last little part of this one for me. I shit you not. WXII 12 News. Protest ring out after capture of Venezuelan President Maduro. Right here.
In response to the strikes, protests are ringing out from coast to coast in the United States. You're looking at video of just a handful of those demonstrations. Here in our state, people took to the streets of Charlotte to criticize the Trump administration's arrest of Maduro. There were similar scenes across some of America's biggest cities, including Chicago, Boston, and Los Angeles. And in Greensboro, more protests are planned this afternoon. We're told demonstrators are gathering on West Wendover Avenue near the I-40 interchange around 2:30 p.m. Multiple local organizations are expected to be on the ground, but it's not exactly clear who is leading the effort.
Oh, so they're trying locally to organize these things together. It's not really happening. I mean, it is. There are protests going on about it, but they're trying to groundswell the movement. But I want to bring this up to you, and the reason why I say that YouTube has no idea what to do with us is we got something from across the board, left and right, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, hey, Maduro was captured, he was brought to the United States, and here's why, this is this, and this is this. And then we got around the world, everybody's celebrating, so it must be a good thing. Well, what about Venezuela? All those people are still there. What do you mean by we're going to run it? You didn't tell anybody this was happening. Protests are everywhere here in the United States. Around the world, they're celebrating, but here in the United States, you motherfuckers are protesting and saying that we need to let this person who, I shit you not, lost his election and just decided, nah, I'm just going to stay in power. I mean,
like they said Trump was going to do.
Yeah.
Like they said Trump was going to do. But wait, hold on. What happened in 2020?
Oh yeah, that's coming very, very soon.
Yeah. But what they said that for 4 years Trump was never going to leave office. What happened on January 20 whatever it is?
That he
2020
left office.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
or
yeah.
2021, wherever it was.
They're trying to link Maduro's arrest to Smartmatic, saying that because Smartmatic was made in Venezuela and most Venezuelan people had everything to do with the Smartmatic machine that they were in on rigging the 2020 election. That's not how it happened. I mean, maybe they could have been
Venezuela's
as far as like the coding and shit like that, but no.
Well, they're trying to link it to Venezuela also.
Yeah, and it's not going to work because that's not what happened. We took all those mail-in votes, all those illegal fucking ballots. Look at the Craig Calloway story, all of that shit. We took it and counted it anyway. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Nobody fucking knows.
No, I think they were saying that there were some people in Venezuela going and changing votes. I think that's what I heard, or I might be construing two different stories because there's been a lot of
a server in Germany or some shit like that. Like they were
sending
it to a server in Germany or some shit, and it was flipping votes and sending them back.
But they said it was. I think it was Venezuela. Like I said, there's so many things are fucking intertwined. The last since Maduro got captured, you've got now. Venezuela involved in our elections, Venezuela involved in drug trafficking, Venezuela only drug traffics to Europe on those small little boats. The Democrats want you to think that. The Democrats want you to think those little fishing boats that they called were not coming to America. They were going to Europe.
Right.
And Donald Trump innocently killed those fishermen on their way to drug traffic to Europe, not America.
Right. Like that was.
And then you've got what? Venezuela laundering money into the United States, and somehow it funds Somali fucking daycare. Dude, everything has something to do with everything right now.
How
and
it
it's
worked, but yeah, it probably.
I'd
be surprised.
Listen,
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
But these people are going insane. Here, I got my typical liberal lefties going nuts.
Where's the rest of the world leaders? Where's the rest of the world? He's not stopping. We obviously can't stop him. We don't have a government that's willing to try to stop him. Stop him. We don't support what's happening, so stop him.
You have American citizens calling for the capture of the President of the United States of America. Impeach now.
I can't believe we're doing this again.
Is this right before you went and shot up JD's house?
Well, they
looks eerily similar.
They kind of broke in. Yeah, it was a break-in.
Even if they were going to Europe, nearly all those
Now
countries have those drugs listed as illegal.
Mainland Venezuela, as if the fishing boats wasn't enough. I mean, are we not sick of this by now?
No.
We have been at war my entire adult life.
We're not at war.
What has it gotten us? More lives lost?
I took a shit longer than this war lasted.
I mean, yeah, that was the shortest war I've ever heard about. I mean, the whole thing was like literally for the whole damn mission was 4 hours long.
I literally have a 10-minute video.
The king in 4 hours. I don't even call that a war. The motherfucker said, "Come get me," and we got him in his bed. What do you mean?
They're just dumb. 3 hours. Yeah, hammer time. Mental illness. We're sick of you, asshat. Yeah. Nope, I voted for this. Yeah, me too. They were not fishing boats. Yeah, I know.
Bigger debt? Us being isolated more from the world?
I am fucking so... Who cares? Who the fuck cares? You know who controls international laws? The people who create them.
Yes.
You know who enforces them? Abso-fucking-lutely nobody.
Well, the people who enforce them are the people with the biggest dicks in the room.
Exactly. So you know who pulled out his fucking giant orange hog and put it on the fucking world stage and said, "Here, take a suckle of this"? Yeah, Donald J. Trump. Then he went and took fucking Maduro, who was a dictator. No kings, right? No kings, no kings, no kings. But leave a dictator. Free the dictator. You people are fucking mentally ill. You're mentally fucking ill. You have no morals. And this is why you don't give a shit if you go to jail.
Right.
This is why you don't care. You just want to hear good things that pet your soul, which you don't have. Your poor soulless body gets a little pat because you think you're doing good in the world. Well, you're not.
Yes.
You're an asshole.
Yes, Jonah,
you're a piece of shit.
That container ship with the drugs under the ship. Yeah, we didn't cover that one. That was actually in the Chiron too, though. But yeah.
Yeah.
Are allies looking at us like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh, you can't be an ally if you pay somebody. Sorry. Not how it works.
Right.
It's not how it works. You're not if you want to be a true ally, don't take any money.
Right.
And still defend us. Still defend us and don't take any of our money. Then you're a true ally. Not even Israel's a true ally because they take money from us. If we stop giving them money, could they still be our friends? Probably, maybe, could be. But every other country, absolutely fucking not. They would not be allies. They don't care. The UN does not these people are calling for the UN. The UN doesn't make laws, enforce laws. Go ahead. I want to let you know, there was a blue hat in Helldivers 2 that everybody thought was a UN hat. You want to know what the fucking developers had to tell people? The developers had to put out a post that said, "Please stop killing people with blue hats."
No.
Because
that was a fucking amazing story. Yeah. In Helldivers.
Yeah.
They had this thing. It was like it had lore with the game because it was something about an ice cream company that they like everybody's supposed to love in the game, but they had blue and white suits and the blue helmets look like UN troops. So if anybody landed with a blue helmet, their teammates would just demolish them.
Yep.
And they had to put out statements and even little YouTube shorts and shit about, hey, this is not UN uniforms. This is an ice cream company within the game. Stop shooting people. And we're like, no. Nobody
Did
wears
they take
that
it
shit
out
now. Huh?
Did they ever take it out, or they just nobody wears it?
I don't know.
I mean, we haven't played in a while. We haven't played in a while.
Well, they fucked it
Everybody complained. Ever since Arc Raiders came out, everybody's like, this is garbage.
Well, it's not that. They fucked it up, too, because the game was so big, they had to scale down everything.
Yeah, they do, John.
So they scaled down the map, but they didn't scale down the character. So you just look like a giant slowly marching like across the map, and it just feels so janky as fuck now, dude. It's horrible. But yeah.
This fucking guy ran on No New Wars. Kamala's a warmonger. And now look at this fucking shit.
No, he ran on Kamala's a retard. Get it right, fucking.
I mean,
fucking.
He never called her
dickhead.
a warmonger. He just called her
a
retarded.
Retarded.
I have no words. I have no words.
Then shut the fuck up. There you go. Easy.
Unbelievable.
No, it's not.
Then why the fuck did you even put that out if you had no words?
Because they have to put themselves on screen. They have to show that they're mighty and righteous and know and have the righteous indignation to be pieces of shit. Now, listen, this just keeps going back to the No King protest. Why is it only old white bitches out here protesting?
Well.
What's happening in Venezuela?
Don't you know what's happening? There's an invasion. The U.S. invaded a sovereign country, kidnapped the president and his wife, accusing them of being drug lords.
Wait, who kidnapped the president and the wife?
The U.S. government.
Really?
Trump. Yes.
So why are you out here protesting that?
Well, don't you think you should not invade sovereign countries? Suppose someone came in here and kidnapped Trump and took him out of the way and his wife.
But wasn't the president
to another country?
Didn't the president of Venezuela fake their election? And isn't the president of Venezuela also leading like a drug kingpin in Venezuela?
No, there was a guy that was just released from Honduras who was.
They always go right back to the Honduras.
And they sent him back to Honduras, and instead they kidnapped Maduro. Now Maduro is not Hugo Chavez. I mean, I wish Hugo was still around because he knows how to kick the land.
Wait.
Okay, yeah, mankind is retarded. Deluxe with the dono here. LMAO, sorry, I am still stuck in those R's. Now I hear poker face, rolling every R.
Ra 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 ra.
Why do you like Hugo Chavez?
He's a true socialist.
He's fucking dead, lady.
He was, very much a people's man. Ordinary people like him. It was he who got together with Venezuelan peasants and workers and worked together to start the commune movement in Venezuela.
And do you think that it was a good thing that Hugo Chavez took over? Did Venezuela have a positive outcome from Hugo Chavez being the president?
Yes.
Yes.
Look, I get it. Old folks' homes is where they're getting these people from.
Shouldn't she go get her fucking head being pinned down by an orderly?
Dude, this does feel like they're letting mental patients out now. Like the person in the background of that, it was just like, I couldn't even understand what they were even trying to say. It just sounded like,
Yeah. They've become that fucking, Freedom Tunes. They're doing the Freedom Tunes thing. I'm bad.
Yep.
We showed this one the other day, but this one's worth going back to because she's retarded.
Colombia, Cuba, Brazil, Iran, Russia, every single country is calling the attack on Venezuela a criminal.
I thought you didn't agree with Vladimir Putin's a dictator. Xi Jinping is a dictator. Iran. Oh wait, all those names are in a certain acronym. I was so weird why you would name those. Oh, that's right. They're in BRICS.
Yeah.
They're trying to show up the Western world. They're trying to show up that they can lead with oil.
Here's the thing.
And try to take over the American dollar.
She named it off actually using that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's up? How you doing, Marlene? What's up tonight?
Hey, Marlene.
Act an affront to their sovereignty. So if you do think this is going to go without having reactions and potential attacks on us from other countries, I really want you to think again. Colombia.
And you know what the Americans say? You know what America's military said? Fucking try it. I don't know if. All right, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go really quick because I see you want to do the Tim Walz thing, but I don't know if we get Tim Walz.
No, I got this just like queued up here. I'm just trying not to have an aneurysm from sheer stupidity of people. Like it is literally whatever happens, we got to be the opposite of just because now. We don't even understand why. We just got to do it.
Yes,
let's not this fucking way your dumbass decided to pick up a camera and record straight the fuck up out of bed.
Yep.
You picked up, saw what the fuck was going on, and then you.
That bed looks pretty lonely though. I wonder why.
We're at war. I called it. Didn't want to, but I knew Grumpty Dumpty was going there.
Jim tells you. Hold on.
So what now?
Jim tells you. This says, I hear you boys like to play Arc Raiders. We should play sometime. Well, hell yeah.
Hey, where's Jim?
It's on the YouTube
Jim.
side.
What up, Jim? How you doing, buddy? I hear you boys like to play Arc Raiders. Yeah, definitely. Jim does. Jim, I met on Sean and Gina's show, and good dude. Does almost the same thing we do. Does longer version though. And yeah, he knows he was a little bit into that Dabbleverse. He knows the people from the Dabbleverse. But he's a good dude though. He's a good dude. We were having a conversation about it the other day. Should have him on. He's actually pretty informative.
I mean,
I got to.
But yeah, we need to play sometime. That'd be fun. I usually just go around fucking around in solos a lot. When I jump on with Scott and Davey, it's like, I don't know, here lately, because you guys play friendly, we've been coming up with a lot more friendly lobbies in duos and trios, but yeah, what's with this bitch again? I didn't hear a damn thing she said.
Yeah, she was. It's just. I called it.
Okay.
Here we go.
What the fuck
this
is
lady
this?
says.
Why? Why does this exist?
The U.S. and the world, we're so cooked, guys.
Is this Amy Schumer?
This lady probably did get fingered in the back of a cab by a cabbie to get a free cab ride.
It is so clear
And
that
she
the Trump
offered-
administration had not a single clue about what came next after they captured Venezuelan president.
Don't you love that? Don't you love the news? And these fucking dunderheads are telling everybody. Because they were in the classified briefings. They know that the president of the United States has no fucking idea. Just like the same way you knew nothing about the whole rigmarole it took that even John Brennan was like, this was actually a pretty fucking complex situation. And they did actually a good job. Yeah, Brennan even said that. I think it was on MSDNC, but he actually said, yeah, they actually did a good fucking job.
I mean, the Biden administration was going after Maduro too.
Yeah, they offered a $25 million. I saw a meme. It said Biden offers $25 million for capture of Maduro, and there was Trump at the at One World Trade Center, and he, you know how he did that look, and it says, "You owe me 25 mil." Nice curtains. I know. It looked like she got him. She looked like she got him from the fucking. Never mind. I had nothing.
Because here's what's happened. The vice president of Venezuela, Darcy Rodriguez, she's been sworn in as president of Venezuela. She immediately said that President Maduro's reign.
I mean, technically, yeah, she was sworn in, but we never released control. We still
and you
have the
know,
king.
if you saw the speech, she was never ready to be president. Or the president, because she was shaking. She was like, "I did Donald Trump bad. Donald Trump no. I don't know, but we don't know what the fuck's going on."
That's when you make a return trip and you capture her, and just be like, "Look, we ain't fucking around now, all right?"
As president was valid, and that Venezuela would use all of their resources to protect Venezuela, its land.
What resources? What resources, ma'am? What resources did Venezuela have?
If it was the U.S. versus the entire world, that would not go good for the entire world. Unless they all attacked at the very same time. We still have superiority over weapons. Where can you invade from the land from? Oh, Canada and Mexico? Good luck. That's easy to block the fuck off. Land, sea, and air are going to be cut off. You can't get the fuck in.
Well, listen, there are a lot in already. So.
Yeah, well, we got land cut off again. So, but yeah.
And its people. Guess what else? She's in Russia right now. That's right. The acting president of Venezuela went to Russia for protection, and Russia has denounced the United States. Who else?
Am I living in the fucking world right now?
We agree with Russia now. Except when it comes to Ukraine, because Ukraine should still be free. But we agree. This is another reason why I am a blatant and obvious walking reason why there needs to be restrictions on 2A, because this is too stupid, dude. And you know there are people that think this way. I guarantee you, just a couple of months, probably not even a year ago, this bitch was screaming about how Russia's so bad.
Year ago? I guarantee you 2 minutes before she had this 2 minutes before fucking whatchamacallit, Venezuela was invaded, she was probably comparing Trump to Putin. Venezuela's fucking Maduro gets taken, all of a sudden she's on Russia's side. What?
Give me a reason why humanity just shouldn't be wiped at this point. Let's just try to start over again as a civilization, as just like a species, because we become too retarded for this. Like, there's no. You do realize mankind, as far as we have progressed, mankind's only been here, what, 10, 15,000 years, as far as like modern man, as far as we know, written history, recorded history, things like that. Modern man has been here about 15,000 years. We have left the fucking planet. We are about to have the power of the sun in the palm of our fucking hands. And we are this. The average IQ of the human fucking race is anywhere between 85 to 110.
Right, Glenn? The inmates are trying to run the asylum and realizing the doors are being locked. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And Chris says, as long as China and Russia at the same time aren't involved, we could take the entire world. Yeah. I mean,
they would be the ones in the background just kind of running shit. They wouldn't come out unless they really needed to take something.
Listen, they're one, Russia's still just focused on Ukraine. And two, China is focused on taking on Taiwan.
Yeah, once China moves on, this is a thing.
Yeah, this is a good chunk of fuckery for them, but I don't think they're willing to.
I'm rooting for the asteroid. Let me have my fun, Michael. Let me go ahead and just do my little. I wanna be that one. I wanna be that reason. The villain arc has begun. I'm sorry, no, it hasn't. Don't strike us.
According to Star Trek lore, a third world war should happen within the next 2 to 3 decades, says Spuds.
Well, I mean, it's all kind of been pointing to that. Like the shot heard around the world again was Charlie Kirk. We built up to that point. That was Charlie Kirk. That was the off ramp, but that wasn't the off ramp. That was the end of the road. We're all downhill from here. It's crash and burn time at this point, but yes.
What the fuck? Hold on.
What did you do now?
How? No, I bookmarked something. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Oof. I was like, what the fuck? But we might have to go a little long on here. Ah, shit. For a second, because I want to show everybody how unplanned this entire thing was, and how the president has no idea what's going on. And yeah, it's pretty fucking interesting. It says from Somoto, I don't know who this person is. Advocate for good governance. This person, General Somoto, says visuals emerge of how Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro was captured by the U.S. Special Forces under Trump's orders. By the way, if anybody didn't know, there was a reporter that also doxed one of the guys from the Delta team today. Also while JD Vance's house was being hammered like Nancy Pelosi's husband's asshole. Yeah, that happened.
Damn.
How do you capture a high-value target
Lauren?
when
What
the
are
whole
you doing?
world is watching? You create a masterclass in deception. The CIA set the stage with a single
doing,
building as
Lenny?
bait and filled the sky with 150 aircraft to create a deafening sonic shield for the helicopters to drop Delta forces.
That's how they got in. They created such a fucking sonic boom inside of Venezuela, they couldn't hear the helicopters coming.
F-35s lit up the perimeter, turning night into day. By the time the dust settled, the helicopters had already touched down and Maduro was gone. We'll also look at how the U.S. uses the F-35 jets in its Navy to launch a large-scale attack, all in the video ahead. In the dead of night that is 2 in the morning, the lights went out in Caracas. By 5 a.m., the president of Venezuela was gone. But how U.S. played deception games. While the whole world were focused on the aircraft carriers in the Caribbean,
Remember a couple months ago they moved some stuff in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The president has no idea what the fuck they're doing.
It's literally the same fucking strategy for Iran. Except this time we make noise going in. Look over here. Hey, fuck around and find out. And then we just walk up your asshole. Why does this work?
shadow war was being fought on the ground. This wasn't an invasion. It was a
Why the
surgical
fuck are you-
extraction.
hold on. Go back. Go back to the map where they ping the location.
This wasn't an invasion. Aircraft carriers in the Caribbean. A shadow war was being fought on the ground.
The aircraft carriers are right over there, right in your waters, right? Why the fuck are you on the coast? Wouldn't you be further inland, Davy?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read The Art of War by Sun Tzu yet.
I'm sorry, you're within striking distance. All they have to do is just go, 100 fucking miles into the air, and you're within striking distance of a bombing run? Yeah, get the fuck out. Why? You deserve it.
Because we're talking about a
He
country.
deserves it.
We're talking about a country run by a man who didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He just cared about himself. People, remember when he mowed down those people? I fixed that video.
I mean, at least have
that's
some
what-
common fucking sense if you want to hold on to that shit, you know? Look, just because they allowed you to stay in the presidency when you just said, nah, I'm just going to stay here. Like, I don't understand that shit. But that's
Stupid.
It's a whatever situation, but I'm just like, how the fuck? You're playing with the big dogs of the entire fucking world, and you're just like, I'm gonna sit in my beachfront property. It'll be fine.
Found. This wasn't an invasion. It was a surgical extraction. We finally have the declassified timeline of how U.S. forces breached the heart of Caracas and extracted Nicolas Maduro. Let's start with step 1. The setup. This didn't happen overnight.
Richard Jennifer has a request. Actually, she has 2 requests over on Rumble.
Say you love Trump? No, I will never say that. I told you. Respect? Oh, of course I do. Admire? No.
For months, the U.S. had been tightening a naval quarantine around Venezuela. The U.S. Gerald R-4 Carrier Strike Group and the U.S. Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group were...
By the way, you said that last note like a fucking cat. Like if somebody was asking a cat why he was fucking being a cunt and knocking glasses off, that's the way you said no.
Parked off the coast. The pretext was clear. The U.S. designated the Venezuelan government a narco-terrorist state specifically targeting the drugs lords, but while the Navy squeezed the coast, intelligence assets were tracking one man. They waited for a specific window, a moment where Maduro was stationary and vulnerable. Step 2, the strike. It began at exactly 2 in the morning Venezuelan Standard Time. High above, several F-35 stealth fighters punch a hole through the enemy lines, destabilizing their anti-air defenses. Like these Russian S-300 missiles located all over the strategic high-value target. With the skies cleared, the path opens for Delta Force helicopters to fly straight towards the mission. Here comes the deception as the helicopters flew. The jets started firing with more strikes as it hit Fort Tuna, the main military base and command center, and La Carlova Air Base, destabilizing Venezuelan air support. Reports from the ground describe widespread explosions and a sudden communications blackout. The chaos wasn't the goal, it was the cover. But how did the raid happen? We have to look at step 3. Under the cover of darkness and chaos, the Tier 1 operators went to work. But what is the exact unit tasked with the mission? It is the Delta Force, one of the most elite secretive special forces units in the U.S. military. Witnesses in Caracas reported low-flying aircraft skimming the rooftops, flying well below radar cover.
I would shit my pants.
The team breached a secure compound believed to be a safe house within the massive Fort Tuna complex. Resistance from the Venezuelan Presidential Guard was swift but ultimately futile, as the helicopters lay cover fire.
Look, you think, yeah, I got these 3 birds. Let's take the 3 birds down, and all of a sudden you're getting a missile up your ass. Going, where the fuck is this coming from? I can't see a fucking thing in this.
The operators moved with surgical speed, landing on multiple points. But how exactly the capture and extraction happened? For this, let's look at step 4. Specialized helicopters hovered over the objective to insert the assault team. While dozens of attack helicopters laid down suppression fire, the Delta Special Forces descended and started the search for the high-value targets. How did they find him? Simple. The CIA had planted spy inside Nicolas Maduro close circle. While back in the U.S., Delta Force built an exact replica of his safe house, rehearsing the raid until they could do it blindfolded. While operators breached the room so fast, his security could not even react to the situation as the sound of flash grenades disoriented the security guard. Using blowtorch, they caught him before he could even lock all the doors. Maduro's shock and awe froze him as Delta Force breached the compound. Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, were physically secured. This wasn't a negotiation. They were detained and immediately moved to the extraction point. These aircraft are capable of performing urban extractions from buildings and refueling in midair. Within minutes, they were airborne, leaving Venezuelan airspace and heading to a secure floating staging base in the Caribbean. This Operation Southern Spear has changed the geopolitical map of South America overnight. But wait before after the extractions.
Gee, wonder why he named it from Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of Americas, huh?
Oh, goddamn, that's...
Wonder why he renamed it, huh?
I'm going to admit that's actually fucking genius.
You're now in American waters, bitch! Officially, motherfuckers!
Damn,
there were reports of F-35 jets also leading the tip of the spear for the attack. We'll look how the United States used F-35 jets instead of F-16s for operations in Venezuela, because this is a well-organized and militarized Venezuela has positioned advanced Russian S-300 missile systems, Chinese radar networks, integrated Russian air defenses, and
Chris?
Shahed drones along its borders.
So they had.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Iran.
Yeah. Wonder why that lady said those names, huh?
Has positioned advanced Russian S-300 missile systems, Chinese radar networks, integrated Russian air defenses, and Shahed drones along its borders. This creates a highly lethal and challenging environment that older S-16s would struggle to survive. As stated, around 150 aircrafts and a massive 8 U.S. destroyers were stationed there. It also has 3 amphibious aircraft carrier and surveillance plane to turn it into a massive command and control juggernaut capable of overcoming a modern military's air defenses. Signals a readiness to counter Venezuela's entire air defense network if necessary. But why Venezuela Air Force failed to intercept? As of 2025, Venezuela's fighter jet fleet consists mainly of approximately 21 Sukhoi Su-30 multirole fighters delivered by Russia between 2006 and 2008. Which now form the backbone of their combat air power.
Well,
additionally, they maintain about 5 operational S-16 fighting Falcons from an older batch, including 3 single-seat S-16As and 2 two-seat S-16Vs. These S-16s are aging and suffer from limited maintenance and part support due to U.S. sanctions, although they have been supplemented.
That's a big problem right there. Can't get the fucking parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can order it. It should be here by Thanksgiving of 2027, okay? I can't do anything better than that.
With Israeli upgrades. Venezuela acquired its F-16 jets from the United States through a foreign military sales agreement called Peace Delta in May 1982, during a period of good diplomatic and military relations. They were the first Latin American country to receive the S-16, with deliveries occurring between 1983 and 1985. The reason the U.S. does not use F-16s in current operations is because these jets lack the stealth capabilities necessary to evade the S-300 and other integrated defenses. The advanced S-300V or anti-2500 systems, supported by dense Chinese and Russian radar, can easily detect and target older aircraft at long ranges. Sending F-16s into such an environment would result in high attrition risks, as they are vulnerable to radar detection and missile engagement. Not to forget the Russian Buk air defense system that can take out an F-16 with ease. These are cheap R-15 or 24 Buk systems are already active and mobile all over the country. Additionally, F-16s are less effective in contested airspace saturated with drones, especially the Iranian Shahed drones used by Venezuela for reconnaissance and kamikaze strikes. The F-35, however, offers crucial advantages. Its stealth design enables it to fly undetected or with much lower risk, making it effective against advanced surface-to-air missiles and networked radar systems. Its sensor fusion, electronic warfare, and data link capabilities allow it to simultaneously suppress and target mobile and fixed air defense positions, adapting rapidly to counter Russian and Chinese radar configurations. While the aircrafts took out the anti-air defenses Venezuelan military as a whole, this allowed the CIA and special forces to advance towards its target. The overwhelming presence of advanced Russian, Chinese, Iranian, and indigenous air defense and drone systems on the Venezuelan border means that the stealth fighter jets, or the first wave of attacks,
I've got an odd erection right now,
and strike capability required for such operations. But how do they rotate clockwise? Well, the distance from Puerto Rico to Venezuela is about 1,300 kilometers. This is roughly 810 miles, which translates to around 1.5 hours of flight time for an F-35 flying at high subsonic speeds. These jets rotated clockwise as its combat radius is approximately 770 miles, meaning it can reach most of Venezuela from Puerto Rico with careful fuel management and limited loitering. To extend mission time and reach deeper inland, air-to-air refueling tankers deployed strategically in the Caribbean region support these operations.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you're right, Chris.
In situation,
it also helps that the F-35 can lock on and take out targets 150 miles out.
Yes.
And then they don't have to fly. They can stay.
Right.
Like they can hover. The F-35s, I believe, can hover. So this thing, the F-35s, for as much as everybody was complaining about them, and there was people complaining about them because they're fucking expensive.
Can do that.
No?
I don't think they
I
have
thought
the
they-
Harrier capability to do all of that.
But the fact that this can do all, and they were just like, it's too expensive. Oh, America, the F-35 doesn't work. I remember there were people talking about the F-35 was a failure. It's not working well. Well,
dude,
just
you
prove
remember that fucking story about that F-35 that just had a malfunction and the pilot ejected and the plane just kept taking off on autopilot? Yeah, it just wound up like 35 miles away, just wrecked there. Yeah, and they're just like, I don't know, plane gone. I don't know what the fuck's happening. And then we got that little, that's one of the little clips there from the dude who's just like, I was shaving, and then all I heard was, what in the world is that? He was talking about that.
No other country can do that. That's why all the other countries can do this.
I will admit, that first story with the F-35 just flying on autopilot, the dude ejects and it just crashes 35 miles away. I was just like, all right, this is a lot of money wasted, but seeing this,
money well spent.
You have redeemed yourself.
In the Caribbean region support these operations. In situations requiring strikes within minutes, U.S. amphibious assault ships equipped with F-35Bs can launch jets rapidly. From such ships positioned in the Caribbean, F-35Bs can reach Venezuelan targets within roughly 15 to 10 minutes, depending on speed and route. Targets typically include narco-traffickers' networks, air defense installations, command centers, and drone facilities, enabling flexible sea-based strike options against both Venezuelan military and criminal infrastructure. In essence, the F-35 deployment by the U.S. near Venezuela redefines military capabilities in the region. It combines stealth, advanced sensors, electronic warfare, and networked operations to overcome sophisticated air defenses and maintain persistent air superiority and rapid strikeability against a broad spectrum of targets in Venezuela. This reflects a strategy that goes beyond counter-narcotics to deter and, if necessary, decisively counter the Venezuelan military threat. We also made a deep dive into the sea, air, and land components of the nuclear triad, so subscribe for more videos to not miss a beat.
I mean, if that's the way that went down, fuck.
That's insane. The planes are just flying around and just making it look like daylight, they said, and fucking just so they can get the fucking helicopters in there, stood up, let them fucking go down, take his ass out, went back upstairs, and fucking everybody had time for enchiladas later. You woke up and the war was over.
Can we put Maduro in a sombrero? Can we get that going? You are right, Mike. It is now registering low. Something is still fucked up here.
F-35's greatest strength is network capabilities. The F-35, and that's from Lauren. And Rick said the F-35B variant is capable of short takeoff and vertical landing.
Oh, it is?
Stove. But no,
the bomber
it
version
cannot
is
hover like a Harrier.
Short takeoff and vertical landing. Nice. I did not know the bomber. Well, the bomber. Okay. That kind of does make a little bit more sense. But yeah.
Invaded Caracas, not the whole country. Yeah. But
right. I'm hoping that's
we have
my microphone is not registering any higher. God damn.
Told you we gotta come off Discord.
I know it. Turn the gain on, and now we are registering. Okay, good. A little bit. But yeah. All right.
But,
ladies and gentlemen, we got to hit the Rumble side of this. I apologize for my mic being shit. Everything is falling apart still. I'm trying to manage it. I'm trying to put it all back together so we can get this rolling real good. But
great, isn't it?
It's been a problem. But until then, I just gave you the link over there in the YouTube side. We're about to cut to the Rumble side. And then we got to talk about this Tim Walz situation because I don't want his resignation or not seeking reelection, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to be him just saying, I get away with all this yet again. But we got to hit the Rumble side.
I think with Trump's raging hard on that he has right now, that he has with this win over Venezuela, I think he's. And I'm hoping. I think and I hope that he's probably going to fucking end up going full bore on some of these people, because we a lot of people were rah Gulf of America. Oh yeah, it's ours. Blah blah blah. There was a reason why he did it, and we absolutely know why now. But we will see you on the other side.
You got 3 minutes.
Hey, it's me, Davey. You know, the simple one. Here at Off Label Podcast, we're all about doing things the off-label way. But without you, we're just two idiots who talk to each other on the internet. So please, if you could, hit that like button, repost, and give us a follow. And if you're feeling frisky enough, throw a comment. We now return you to our regularly scheduled bullshit.
Isn't that hard?
I mean, it's not.
So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess. What's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like